With the new Ducky Revenge event, we've gotten a brand new season pass, which has 8 skins you can get for free and 7 more skins in the premium pass, giving us a total of 50 brand new skins. These skins are incredibly high quality, and some of them are so insane you can't even tell what tower they are. In my opinion, this may potentially be the best season pass we have ever gotten. So in this video, I'll be showcasing every single level of every single skin, then give my personal ranking of how good they are. So hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. I'm going to be going in the same order as the season pass, starting with the free skins. If you just want to see the premium skins, which I don't know why because some of the best skins are in the free pass, you can skip to this part in the video. Starting off, we have the Ducky Demo Man. At level 0, it is a pair of yellow pajamas with a ducky hat and some ducky slippers. He's also holding an egg instead of a grenade. At level 1, it gets a pair of black gloves. At level 2, it's now holding a baguette instead of a grenade. At level 3, it's now holding a black and yellow grenade launcher and has some wings on its back. At a max level, it now has a bunch of bread strapped to his chest and a different looking ducky hat. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. Unfortunately, its grenades do not have a custom explosion. This is probably one of the more boring skins on the season pass, as it doesn't really have much going on. I say the one cool thing about it is its custom projectiles, but it's pretty disappointing that they don't have a custom explosion. It's an alright skin, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, we have the Bunny Soldier skin. At level 0, it is a black and pink bunny outfit and a gun with a carrot at the end of it. On its back, it has a big black and pink egg. At level 1, it gets some pink and gray gloves. At level 2, it gets a white bunny ski mask. At level 3, it gets some extra pink details at its feet, and at max level, it gets a bigger, more pink gun and some pink armor on its arms. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. In terms of design, I think the skin is perfect. It looks so freaking cool, and the color palette of pink, white, and black goes so well together. The only thing the skin is missing for me to give it a 10 out of 10 is some sort of custom animation or sound effect. But since I still really love it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Next up, we have the Easter Ace Pilot. At level 0, it is a light pastel color palette and a little yellow duck flying in it. Nothing seems to change at level 1, nothing seems to change at level 2. At level 3, it now has a bomber plane model and an Easter egg color palette. Nothing changes at level 4, and at max level, it now becomes a jet with the same Easter egg color palette. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. Honestly, I don't really like the skin. Sure, the fact that a duck is flying it is absolutely great, but I don't really like the color palette. And other than the duck, it's pretty much just a recolor. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have the Easter Militant. At level 0, it is a robotic design with some beige cargo pants. From behind, it has a bunch of neon lights on its head and back. At level 1, it gets some gray slippers and some extra wires coming out of its backpack. At level 2, it gets some bunny ears, knee pads, and an orange tip to its gun. At level 3, it gets some extra armor on its arms, and at max level, it now has some yellow details. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. I like every single level except for max level. I don't think the yellow details fit at all, and it kind of ruins the skin at max level. But since it has a ton of detail and every level before max level is really clean, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have the Gardener Shotgunner. At level 0, it has a farmer's outfit, wearing a straw hat, green pants, and a blue shirt. At level 1, it gets a pair of brown gloves. At level 2, it gets a different pose and some yellow glasses. At level 3, it gets a piece of yellow cloth wrapped around its arm. And at max level, it now has light blue pants, a yellow scarf, and a little leaf coming out of its hat. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. This is a simple and clean skin with nothing really bad about it. However, it's also not super interesting. It's pretty much just a farmer. So it's kind of boring in my opinion, and therefore I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Next up, we have the Gardener Minigun. At level 0, it has a red and blue farmer's outfit, but instead of using a minigun, it's using a pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. At level 1, it gets a pair of maroon gloves and a brown hat. At level 2, it gets a sunflower on its back. At level 3, the pea shooter is much bigger and has a helmet and glasses. And at max level, it now has a different pose where it's operating a wagon that has 2 pea shooters attached. Inside the wagon, there's a pot, a watering can, and a shovel. And this is how it looks from behind, now having a shovel on its back. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. I used to love Plants vs. Zombies as a kid, and I still think the original Plants vs. Zombies is one of the best mobile games in history. I also just think the skin is really well made, but there are a couple things I wish were different. Of course, I wish it had a custom sound effect and animation, because it's actually just using the animation from the golden minigunner, but I also wish instead of using some random farmer, they had the minigunner be Crazy Dave. Still, I think this is a great skin, so I'm gonna give it another 9 out of 10. Next up, we have the Easter Crook Boss. At level 0, it has a bunny head, a white and pink suit, and a golden gun. On its back, it has a little bunny tail. At level 1, 1, it gets a purple jacket and a dark blue hat, which causes its ears to flop out to the side. This is so adorable. At level 2, it gets a pair of sunglasses and an earpiece. At level 3, it now has a different, much longer gun and a sack of carrots by its side. And at max level, it now has a Tommy gun and a pink jacket on its back. This is how the pistol crooks look. This is how the Tommy crook looks. And this is how its bodyguard looks. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. Oh my god, this skin is so good. It looks fantastic at every single level, has a unique and creative design, and it's just satisfying to look at. Just look how high quality level 1 looks. This skin is crazy, and the fact that it has custom units on top of this is a cherry on top. So in my opinion, this is a clear 10 out of 10. I love this skin. Next up, we have the final free skin, the Ducky Rocketeer. At level 0, the skin is completely different, being a little duck pulling on a slingshot. I actually cannot believe this is a real skin. This is crazy. At level 1, the duck now has a green helmet, and a slingshot is now a big crossbow where it's ready to shoot a bunch of eggs. And of course, it has a completely different animation. At level 2, the Ducky now has a metal helmet and his crossbow has some wheels. At level 3, the crossbow now has 4 wheels and the Ducky is sitting in a green chair and has a nest of eggs sitting on its head. It also has a different animation where it's bouncing up and down. Finally, at max level, the crossbow now has a giant piece of armor at the front, the Ducky has a helmet covering its face, and the chair is now red. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. This is how it looks attacking at level 1. This is how it looks attacking at level 2. This is how it looks attacking at level 3. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. The projectiles also have a custom explosion. This is, without a doubt, the best skin in TDS. It is hardly even recognizable from the Rocketeer, and every single level has a ton of change, their own separate custom animations, sound effects, and a custom explosion. This skin literally has it all. It is so cute, it is so cool, it is so amazing. It's like a 20 out of 10. There's nothing compares to this. It is perfect. Well, that's it for all the free skins. Now, we have 7 premium skins to look at. Starting off with the Eggy Pursuit. It is a white and pink color palette with 2 little ducks flying it. Nothing changes at level 1, nothing changes at level 2. At level 3, it gets some missiles. At level 4 top half, it has a pink and blue color palette, and at max level, it keeps the same pink and blue color palette with some white stripes. At level 4 bottom half, it has a similar color palette but with a darker blue, and at max level, it becomes more of a green turquoise. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. This is how it looks attacking at max level top half, and this is how it looks attacking at max level bottom half. While it is cool that this is the first pursuit skin in the game, again, it's basically just a recolor, except it has some ducks flying it. The one advantage it has over the Ace Pilot, however, is that you can see the ducks at every single level. Therefore, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Next up, we have the Easter Gatling gun skin. At level 0, the Gatling gun now has a blue and orange color palette. Nothing changes at level 1. At level 2, the Gatling gun gets some extra armor. At level 3, it gets bigger armor and 2 barrels. At level 4, it's even bigger and now has a minigun. At level 5, it becomes a big fat sentry. And at max level, it becomes an even bigger and fatter sentry. This skin is terrible. It is literally just a recolor, and in my opinion, a much worse recolor. The original Gatling gun looks much better, and therefore I'm gonna give this skin a 3 out of 10. Next up, we have the Mallard Duck Trapper skin. At level 0, it has a yellow hard hat, gray and white feathers, and is holding a sandwich. From behind, we can see it has a tail. At level 1, it gets some sunglasses. At level 2, it gets a pair of brown gloves, and on its back, it gets a brown crate filled with some prickly fruits. At level 3, it gets some extra yellow armor, its head turns green, and it gets a little armor on its tail. And at max level, it now has armor covering its entire body, including its feathers on its arms. And the fruits in this crates are now a dark red. This is how the spikes look at level 0, level 2, and max level. This is how the landmines look at level 2, and this is how they look at max level. Finally, this is how the bear traps look at max level. I really like this skin. First of all, I think the Mallard design is super cute, and it just looks like he has no idea what he's doing, but it's also just got a lot of nice details and looks really high quality. It looks good at every single level, and it's nice, of course, that every single trap is fully custom. In my opinion, this is another 9 out of 10. A really solid skin that I probably will use. Next up, we have the Mecha Ducky Ranger skin. At level 0 is a yellow and gray robotic outfit with a spiky yellow hat, and this is how it looks from behind. It is a big, long, and yellow-orange gun. At level 1, it gets some extra metal on its gloves. At level 2, it gets an orange visor over one of its eyes, and it gets 2 yellow tanks on its back with an antenna. At level 3, it now has a Ducky helmet completely covering its face with some orange neon eyes, and at max level, it now has a different pose and a different gun. This is how it looks attacking at level 0, and this is how it looks attacking at max level. At first, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't turn into a red and black color palette at max level, but I actually like it. I feel like there's not that many Ducky skins that stay yellow at max level, and I think this skin does it really well. I like the robotic Ducky face, and therefore I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, with the Mecha Ducky mortar skin. At level 0, it has gray, black, and red armor, and a hat with a Ducky beak. On its back, it has some extra armor and a red and black box. At level 1, it gets some red gloves. At level 2, it gets a black mask and some red devil horns. At level 3, the mortar guy is now standing and much taller, has some neon red eyes, and a much bigger mortar. It now also has a duffel bag on its back. At level 4, it now has a rounder helmet and a duck beak, and at max level, it now has some binoculars on its head, a evil Ducky head on its mortar, which says quack on the side. This is how it looks attacking at level 0, and this is how it looks attacking at max level. Obviously, this skin looks awesome. The max level design is incredible with an insane amount of details and a really good color palette. I just love how it looks. The only thing this skin is missing to be a 10 is some sort of custom animation, but it's still an amazing skin, so I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10. Next up, we have the springtime cowboy skin. It has a grassy outfit and a custom animation where it's holding its gun in a strange way. Its gun is covered in vines and flowers. At level 1, it gets some brown gloves. At level 2, its face is now covered and it has some antlers. At level 3, it now has a golden belt and some golden trinkets hanging from its head. At level 4, it now has a different pose of its gun, and unlike other skins, it's still only holding one gun. It also gains some white and golden shoulder armor. Finally, at max level, it's now covered in a bunch of flowers, and on its back, it's got 2 giant butterfly wings with a custom particle effect coming out of them. This is how it looks attacking at level 0, and this is how it looks attacking at max level. Alright, this is another really cool skin, and especially a very unique one. It's very pretty, and I do love the nature thing it has going on, and the fact that it has custom animations and sound effects is really cool. The only issue I have is that I think level 0 looks a little bit weird, but that's the only thing holding this skin back, so I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Finally, as our last skin of this video, we have the Duck Necromancer. At level 0, it has the appearance of a robotic farmer with neon yellow eyes, a yellow shirt, and blue pants. It also has a custom idol animation, and this is how it looks from behind. At level 1, its hat is opened and it gets a water tank on its arm. At level 2, its head is now replaced by a duck and has a neon yellow light in its center. On its back, it has a water tank connected to both arms. At level 3, it now has an egg-shaped body, and at max level, it now becomes a giant duck mech. This is how it looks from behind, having a big old fat tail. This is how it looks attacking at level 0. And this is how it looks attacking at max level. This is how the basic graves look, this is how the level 2 graves look, and this is how the level 3 graves look. And this is how the units look at their different levels. The only thing I don't really like is that they made the executioner skeleton a super tiny duck. Why is the giant skeleton duck humongous and then the executioner is super tiny? Still, this skin is amazing. Custom animations, amazing design at every single level, and fantastic looking units. This is definitely the best necromancer skin in the game and maybe one of the best in the entire game. This is an easy 11 out of 10. And with that, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these skins is your favorite and whether or not you agree with my rankings. Also, let me know how you think the season pass compares to other seasons. Is it better or worse? And if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to join the Blue Head Mafia. Also, if you want to talk to me, consider checking out my Discord. We got some pretty cool features, like a custom party finder bot that will automatically pair you up with other people who are trying to do the same strategy. There's a link to the server pinned in the comments. And finally, I want to give a huge shout out to these channel members for supporting my content. If you want to add me as a friend on Roblox or get early access to some of my videos, consider becoming a channel member. It helps me out a lot and I really appreciate it. Anyways, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.